What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another SpellCraft video. Today we're going to be doing some more showcasing of new features. I'm once again joined with by Theo, not with Theo, who is the developer of this game. Say hello.
Howdy.
And I think you've got some fancy stuff to show us today, haven't you? Maybe spoilers, maybe a new class?
Well, it's not spoilers if I'm going to reveal it in the next 50 seconds, so yes.
Well, reveal it then, go on.
Yes. The game now has its second class officially, the Paladin, which is a complete departure in style from the Blood Mage. It's a defense-heavy class, and it has a couple of very unique mechanics attached to it. So in the game, every single hero belongs to a class, and that class has a unique mechanic that applies only to them. The Blood Mage, Valerian, as detailed in the latest post, this guy here, has multipliers, which basically means that Blood Mages can deal a lot of damage. Whereas the Paladin has a unique mechanic called reactions. So if anybody has ever played Magic the Gathering, they will recognize them as interrupts. So whenever you declare an attack, or try to attack a Paladin, if the Paladin has a reaction spell ready, the Paladin can cast that, and that will affect the way your spell resolves, either reflecting it or doing interesting things. So we're going to just showcase the 3 reactions on this particular Paladin called Dandelion.
And so we're basically just going to play kind of a regular game, but kind of already started to give us some spells, so you're not sat there waiting for us to build stuff up for like 10 minutes. So yeah, so I'm just gonna, I don't know, grab a few more quickly, and then we'll let's have blue, because I need loads of that. Oh, that was health, I think. There we are. So I suppose what I should just hit you with a blood spike.
Yes, you should.
Boom.
And now the Paladin reaction round has started, where I, as a Paladin, can cast one of the reaction spells that I have readied. As you can see, all of them are ready, because this game has been going on for a bit. So we have a number of them. First of all, one of my favorite is Divine Conversion. So you can convert a spell that targets you of an equal or lower rank into a shield. Since Will just used a Blood Spike of rank 2, this Divine Conversion of rank 2 will basically mean that I take no damage and I get a shield in return. And then it switches back to Will's turn.
Because he's a git.
And as you can see, shields are a new feature in the game.
Yes, I think we'll touch more on that with some of the other reactions and things as well when we say. Is there anything else I can attack with? Probably.
Yes, now spells have their specific type attached to the card, so as you can see, Purge is a utility, Blood Spike is an attack, but Life Drain is also an attack, so do you attack me so I can trigger another...
Hit you just with another random attack, and then you can demonstrate, perhaps demonstrate one of the other reactions.
So, the Paladin has a really weird way of attacking. One of the ways it attacks is through reactions, and this is a perfect example. It's called Hammer Time. It reflects 50% of damage per spell rank. So with 2 ranks in it, I will reflect 100% of the damage.
I'm just going to say,
so when I say
completely not affiliated with Vanilla Ice or anything. Or MC Hammer, not Vanilla Ice. Got that wrong.
No, although that song does play in my head every single time I think about this.
Yeah.
Can't touch this.
Get going, right.
But the reason it's Hammer Time, if you want a visual representation, imagine you're casting a spell at the Paladin and suddenly he goes, while you're channeling divine and eldritch energies, he just hits you in the head with a hammer.
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's like Thor and a Paddy then, basically.
Yeah, probably.
Sounds good to me.
An important thing to note is that this spell does not bounce the damage back to you, it reflects it. So you take damage and the enemy takes damage as well. So he will receive the entire life drain effect, but he will deal the exact amount of damage back to Valerian. And a very interesting thing about shield is that if you see, the shield has a grayish color. That means it's a wind shield. So elemental advantage is a thing. If your element has advantage, if the element of the spell has advantage over the shield, it will deal double damage. So in this case, because Life Drain is a fire attack, it will deal double damage to the wind shield. That means instead of dealing 5 damage, it will deal 10 damage. If I remember the numbers correctly. So I'm just going to hammer time, and it did take 10 damage out of my shield, but at the same time, Valerian took 10 damage back.
Because again, he's a git. So I'll just end the turn, and then you can carry on sewing some other fancy stuff.
Now, how exactly does the Paladin attack? Because if you look at these, none of the actual spells has the word attack on them. The Paladin attacks in a very weird way. Well, interesting way. Tactical.
Yeah,
Oh!
good save.
Yeah. He has something called Holy Smite, which replaces a number of the elements on the board with special light elements. Now, these elements, if collected by somebody of the Paladin class, like Dundarian, for example, will deal damage to the enemy. Kind of like how heals heal you. Well, light damages the enemy if you're a paladin. Now,
it's
nice very
way one there, if you wanted to use it as well.
Yeah, but the thing is that depending on how, because the spell replaces elements on the board, you have to be kind of strategic with how exactly you use them. Like, I cast this spell at the beginning of my turn, so I have the moves necessary to collect some of the light. But if, let's say, I ended my turn, the enemy could collect the light. If somebody who is not a paladin collects light, it does nothing, but it does remove it from the board. So if I just ended my turn, Will could be a bit cheeky and just collect that 4 combo right there and leave me combo-less.
And because you totally want to do that, don't you, Theo?
Yes, I totally want to do that. Let me just showcase.
Knob.
At the same time, there is another way the Paladin uses light. The Paladin can use light to shield himself through the ability Holy Shield. Well, Dundarian more exactly. Different Paladins will have different sets of spells, but they all work with like the same mechanics. So, emphasizing on the shield mechanic, now you can collect all of the light runes on the board and gain a shield with 5 HP per rank per rune collected. So with this much light, he gets quite a nice little shield going on.
And is a requirement, when you use that ability, you have to say, Holy Shield, Batman!
Yes. It's a requirement only if you are Will.
Oh, okay. Alright, carry on.
Or otherwise you should say Holy Smite Batman as well.
Okay.
Holy Smite Batman! Yes, I know, I'm using it.
Yes. It hurts.
So, you notice that it's 90 points of shield, but it's a different color. And with Paladins, each new shield that he gets replaces the old one. So sometimes it's better if you don't get a week, you wait until your shield, wears down before getting a new one. So, at the same time, the ability Divine Conversion gives you a shield, but that would replace the 90 points of shield you got from your Divine Shield. So, you have to be kind of...
2 different elements, I'm guessing, and it would just, like... If it was the same element, it would stack, but then if it's a different element, it would replace it.
Yes, it would. So, as a result, you have to be a bit more strategic with what shields you use, what spells you use. As a paladin, lore-wise, you are supposed to be a magical enforcer, the kind of soldier person, the kind of person that hunts down blood mages, that deals with arcane threats. So, of course, they are very defense-oriented, shields, reactions. They're meant to be a counter for more classically mages. Also, one important fact to note is the HP values. The Paladins start with 200 HP. Now, my current plan is to give all of the classes, with the exception of the Blood Mages, 150 HP, and the Blood Mages just 150. this is to reinforce the tank versus glass cannon mentality. It will also mean that there are different playstyles. Like, as a blood mage, you can't really turtle because of your low HP. But as a paladin, it's actually recommended to turtle to survive.
Did we go through all of the reactions? I can't remember. I think there was one.
There is one final reaction, Divine Intervention. In Divine Intervention, there is a 10% chance per rank to reflect the attack spell back to the caster. This means a complete reflection. That means you take no damage. It's just as if the mage cast it on himself. It's a bit of a Divine Intervention. A blood mage is approaching the paladin, channeling magic, a spell to end all spells, fires it at him, and out of some miracle it just bounces off the paladin and
you
hits
turn
the mage.
around and you're like, have it back.
Exactly. So,
shall I get some of the brown ones and then
we can try to actually get a Divine Intervention, because Divine Intervention has a percentage chance of doing it.
Yes.
So, otherwise it would be unbalanced as hell.
That makes perfect oh, there they are. There we go. Oh, there's a bit of a lag. I think that might be the internet having a bit of a fit. But it's still working, so we'll, we'll roll with it. Let's get a level of the spike, so I can attack you and hopefully demonstrate the Divine Intervention. So if I punch you in the mush,
and then I try to reflect it, it didn't go through.
ah,
Quite a shame. But my shield took most of the damage.
so that's also like the added advantage of having the shields, and it preserves life, shall we say.
We have a couple of new UI tweaks. As you can see, the HP bars now show numbers. The spells display the type of the spell as well as the cost. In the upper left corner.
Gem, in the little gem in the upper left corner. See the that one's 9. I think there's one for free, a couple for free actually, as the blood mage.
Yeah, blood spike costs 3 rooms in total to collect, so it's easier to know just how expensive a spell is or how much you actually need.
Yeah. So
and the effects now stack properly,
which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's pretty much the full showcase for this version, beta, alpha. I forget which one you're on now. But
it is still early alpha.
So we should have like little like version update numbers or something like that to so you can sort of get an idea which version this is or whatever. But the next video possibly next week. It depends on how you're getting on with it, obviously, because you're live developing this at the same time, aren't you? So
yes.
We'll see how it goes, and then there hopefully will be a couple of little gameplay videos of this particular version, as well as the previous version coming up also, so stay tuned for that.
Also, at some point, hopefully before August, I might come out with quite a big update, big surprise. Stay tuned to find out what exactly it is.
So basically we're saying don't go anywhere, keep watching, and love the game.
The game is love, the game is life.
Oh dear, you had to go there, didn't you? Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, comment and subscribe. It helps me out a lot, and also it helps Theo out a lot. Go to the website InsanityDev, all links in the description like the previous episode, and show them some love on Facebook. I don't know if you have a Twitter, or all the links again in the description.
They're all in the description.
Go
the
like the hell out of it, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ta!
Arrivederci.
I am the day.